We have reached the end of the road for Happily Ever After, you guys. Play the sad music. We should have worn black tonight. It's over. So many questions left unanswered. We're here to break it all down for you. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, close,
you
close. A little closer. Welcome back, you guys, to the after show for 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. We've missed you. You guys, we've come to the end of the road, and I'm really sad about it. Linda, I know you're sad.
I am.
It's about over. We definitely need answers. There's so many things that weren't answered, so many things that we couldn't get down to the nitty gritty with, but we have opinions, and I know you guys do too, so hop in that live chat right now. We're going to handle it all tonight.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Alex Bowers. To the left of me, I have the lovely Linda Antwi.
Hi, guys.
Linda's on pretty much every show. You guys can catch her everywhere. You know, the face of AfterBuzz, dang near. She is on it, and of course, 90 Day OG, you'll always see our faces. Stacey couldn't make it tonight, but we'll hold down the fort. It's all good. Mm-hmm. We've got breaking news, you guys. Jay was released from ICE custody. Linda has all of that in our news and gossip segment. And of course, you don't want to miss our special segment, What Do You Think? And top 3 issues that were not discussed well enough in the episode. We'll go through those later on tonight. What did you think about the episode overall?
It wasn't as juicy as I thought it was going to be. Like,
Same.
the way they cut the edits for part 1, I was like, oh, it's about to go down.
We both
in
were.
part 2.
Yeah.
And it didn't really go down at all.
Mm-hmm. We both said this is going to be the most epic tell-all they've had thus far.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was no, not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. But there's still a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We can start with Ashley and Jay. You know, they asked him, how many women he slept with in America. Do you believe his answer? He said 3, including Ashley. At first, he tried to cut it down a little bit, but do you believe that?
Mm-mm. Not for 1 minute. Not for 1 minute.
I agree.
I think he cheated 3 times at the very least.
I feel like it's even more than that.
Yeah.
He's cheated at least a handful of times. And then cheated through. I mean, all of it is cheating.
That's right.
But I mean, physically,
That's
at
right.
least 5 times.
Okay, I'll give him that. And he doesn't care. He has no respect.
Yes.
He has no respect whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And he knows that he tries to do this thing where he looks and there's so much. Well, tell us, because we didn't get that from you.
Yeah, you keep saying there's so much to the story, but there's never so much to the story because you got nothing to say. Mm-hmm. Nothing.
All he said was Ashley was texting her ex. Okay, what else are you going to tell? Tell us more. I feel like there was something there, though, because that made Ashley get up right away. And I'm like, why not?
Because she got up because he was, deflecting onto her, if I cheated, you cheated too. It's your fault.
50-50
And
type
then
thing.
when he brought in the guys, the Mike and Kendall, and was saying Kendall was texting her, he was just throwing out bombs that didn't even make sense.
Right.
You know how much I know about these guys? Well, tell us.
Right.
Then.
Please.
Tell us.
I wanted more from Jay. I felt like he was going to give us something. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. Tell us about Ashley. Let us know.
For real.
Because, honestly, we just think you did her just really bad. But, yeah, make the playing field even. Show us something that we don't know about. But he didn't do that. What did you think about the shots Powell was taking at Ashley, how she was saying you need to take responsibility for some of it too?
Yeah, I know her to be that way in the tell-alls, kind of very confrontive. Mm-hmm. So I guess that was a good question. I didn't like how she was almost taunting her about, well, you filed for divorce twice, and she started giggling. I didn't think that was very nice at all, but...
Yeah, and she was saying stuff like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that. And it's like...
And then gross. Ew, gross.
Yeah. But you're sitting on this couch too. You're on the same show. You guys, it's supposed to be about you guys' journey and stuff. And I just feel like just because you're not going through a lot doesn't mean everyone else on this couch isn't. They actually have a lot to talk about, a lot to break down.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fair for her to be sitting on the couch and judging. But sometimes I like when the couples get involved in each other and will ask questions that other people won't. And sometimes I'm like, the other couple sitting on the couch won't ask enough questions towards someone who should be asked a lot of questions.
Here's what I don't like about the tell-all. I love the tell-alls, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the hard-hitting questions never get asked. The questions that you want to know, that you've spent all season wondering with these couples, never gets asked. I don't understand why. Like, they keep it so super tame. But, like, they should have gone in on Azan. They should have gone in on Andre.
Yep.
They should have gone in on Jay. And that's just my own personal opinion. Like, we follow you. We're part of the 90-day family. You know, tell us what's really going on.
Absolutely. We needed more answers.
Yeah.
Michael and Kendall joined the conversation. Not sure that we really got anything out of them, but exactly what they told Ashley when she went into the shop. Yes, Jay said he did the thing where he's like, I know a lot about you too. Well, spill it, Jay. This is your time to spill everything you need, because you're probably not going to ever see this show again, be on the show again. It's not going to happen. You're with, what's her name? Kayla now. So tell us everything. Let us know. This is your time. Call out Michael and Kendall. Tell everybody what they were really doing in the shop or what was going down, because I don't feel like just tattoos were being given or just haircuts were like, come on. There was a lot more to that whole situation, and he was so mad and just didn't want to tell it. He did insinuate that Ashley was messing with Kendall. Okay. During the episode, if we go a few episodes back, I kind of did get the vibe that he liked her a little bit, just because he walked outside of the shop and was hugging her. He's like, yeah, everything's going to be okay. I don't know. But Ashley, I didn't get the feeling that she wanted him in the least bit at all. She was so distraught, and so I don't know where he was going with that, but I felt like he ran with what he knew he could run with, because it was kind of like because even in the comments, some people were like, does he like her? When the episode aired.
I mean, I think if you go with the bro code, then that says it all, right? So maybe he does. Maybe he does. I don't know. I know that she's definitely not interested in him.
Yeah.
Definitely not interested in him.
Agreed, 100%.
But what I thought was interesting about Mike and Kendall is that they were just calling out. They should have done the tell-all. They were just calling Jay out, like, you're a fraud, you're a fraud, you're a fraud. You did this, you did this, you did this. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And we found out some foul things about Jay. He even said, why can't you just leave me alone and let me be happy? She's my age, when Ashley caught him texting someone.
Yeah, that's
foul. Just, capital F.
Yeah. And like, having a whole full-on relationship.
While still saying, I love you to the person you're in bed with.
Yeah.
That's like on another level of disrespect. Oof. And I don't know. I didn't find truth in anything he was really saying. Because he didn't come with the facts. So at the end of the day, Jay, I feel like you failed the tell-all. You did not pass the tell-all. We got nothing from you. You were on defense mode the whole time.
And then what was crazy at the end, he thought that things were going to get better. He's like, oh, things only got worse after this. She's going to be mad, and, oh, she blocked me, and you're calling. Did you think you guys were back together? Because that confused me.
Yeah. On the couch, he kind of felt like something could work out.
Yeah.
We're not good right now.
Her. Yeah.
How about ever?
Right.
How about you'll never be the same again?
Right.
Sign the papers and let's keep it moving.
The relationship is over.
Absolutely. So Chantel and Pedro, we didn't get much from them at all because, at all. Really, because they weren't even on this episode. They have their own little spin-off, you guys. If you haven't seen it, we just filmed the after show for that, so make sure to check it out if you want all the tea on them.
I really feel like, and again, I said it on our other show, they're really making this family a brand. Yeah. For them not to even have to show up for part 2 of the tell-all.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, someone said, Kimberly Mayfield said in our last show that basically they're just like the new Kardashians. I think it was Kimberly that said that, or someone else. Yeah. But they're basically going to be the Kardashians of TLC, and we are here for it. As long as Karen is always involved. Okay? That's the one stipulation we have. If Karen's not there, the party is not there, and the drama is not there. We love her. You guys, catch up on all of our shows. AfterBuzz has so many. Like I said, Linda's on a lot. She can tell you guys about how many we have and where you can find us.
Guys, we have so many shows. So thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. We appreciate you so very much. Whether you're into drama, comedy, reality, we have it all in a one-stop shop.
Yep.
AfterBuzz TV. What we need from you guys, and we want to continue to for you guys to help us out is the 5-star rating on iTunes and the thumbs up and the subscriptions on YouTube. Just, shout us out. We'll shout you out here in the live chat. We'll shout you out on our shows. We just love interacting with you. So please do keep that coming.
Yes. Any fan shout-outs? Anyone in the live chat acting up?
Kimberly Mayfield. She's saying he's controlling because he couldn't control his father's death. Oh, he's talking about Colt. And then Anna Lore, hi. T. Jones, hi. Who else do we got there? Sapphire, hi.
These sound like a couple of new names.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let the family grow.
For real.
I'm here for it. So for anyone in the live chat, we're going to move on to Elizabeth and Andre. Then we'll hit up Colty and Larissa. Nicole and Azin, and we'll get into Russ and Powell after that. So just heads up, get your comments ready for that. Now with Elizabeth and Andre, that's another couple that we didn't get enough out of. Andre, I just feel like it's kind of pointless to even talk to him anymore. A brick wall.
Yeah.
It's just like...
And in denial.
He doesn't budge.
That whatsoever. It was interesting that we didn't really even get much from the couple themselves.
Right.
They talked more to Chuck than they did to this couple.
Mm-hmm.
And when Chuck tried to confront him and say, hey, listen, I'm bothered by your pride, he just was like, it's the same thing over and over again. It's ridiculous.
The most we got out of Andre was him saying that he has a full-time job. Elizabeth basically said otherwise.
She called him out.
She called him straight out. I think she's just so full of it. And even towards the end, when she was walking out with the baby, she was like, nothing got solved. They didn't get as much light shed on the relationship as they should have for this tell-all.
I agree with you. They should have talked about why he's not working, how the dad, we found out in the tell-all, paid for the semi that he sometimes drives and sometimes doesn't drive.
Right. They didn't get more into that.
Like,
What's
come
up
on.
with that?
So the handyman thing obviously didn't work out.
Yeah.
So the trucking that the dad paid for, you decided you were going to do because you had no other options. And now you do it sometimes for 40 hours and sometimes for 0 hours.
And didn't even seem grateful.
At all. Had an attitude.
Like, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for him.
It's outrageous.
And, Chuck, his patience, he's on another level. You can tell he raised a whole bunch of girls because he is just, used to all the drama, just chill. It's like, it is what it is.
Did you catch when Elizabeth said, so you want to be the head of the household, but I pay all the bills?
Yep. Elizabeth was throwing shots. She is just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And girl, I am for you. I feel like through the screen, I have high blood pressure from Andre and his shenanigans. I really do.
For real. Hi, Once Upon a Time 518 Alex.
Hi.
She said I made it.
Yay. All right, just in time for Colty and Larissa, Once Upon a Time. Did you guys see how aggressive Colty would get?
First of all, he has the pottiest mouth I've ever heard. And I'm going to stick to the fact that I believe he's a sociopath. Like crazy.
Hands down.
Crazy. And how Debbie was so... I don't know, why are you so involved in this? Like, why are you so wrapped up in, oh, you're hurting Colty's feelings, and you're this. And I was like, oh, no, your son is... like 1,000% awful.
He's crazy. She didn't say anything towards him. He was acting up the entire tell-all. Colt was probably the most interesting person in this tell-all.
Yeah.
Honestly, hands down. That's the only time Colt is super interesting. I really appreciate the drama you brought, Colt. So one good thing I will say to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Debbie was just more so caring about him and, oh, you're hurting his feelings. This is a grown man that is wanting to testify against her, has divorced her, packed her bags, and he's ready. He acted like he was ready to go. Then this should not be hurting him. She should be able to make out with a dude right in front of him, and he not flinch. As bad as he wanted to seem like he wanted the relationship over.
Right.
So the little I want everybody to feel bad, and she's such a terrible person. I wasn't going for it. I did think it was super funny how Larissa was just trying to get at him, like, oh no, I'm not trying to do, falling over him and grabbing him and playing it. He's just so nice, and I loved it. I lived for it.
She knew exactly what she was doing. It was fantastic.
She did.
I do think that she tried to be vulnerable in the beginning. She was crying, and she said, I thought this was going to be my family. And what I thought was interesting, Alex, is that when asked, is it over, she said, never say never.
Yep.
And then went on to say, like she would go back.
In front of her
boyfriend. But her boyfriend didn't hear it, I don't think, because it wasn't until Sean brought it up.
Mm-hmm. And he tried to play it off.
Yeah, he tried to play it off like, oh, well, then I have some competition or whatever. So I thought that part was interesting. I think that Debbie's vengeful and spiteful and is basically like wants revenge. And that seeing that side of her, can you imagine between her and Cole what Larissa had to put up with? It's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot. Passive aggressive and Debbie's just aggressive and she's just not on camera.
Yeah.
Cole passive, Debbie head on.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, we saw her during the season throw the arm. Debbie's not playing, you guys. Just because she's elderly does not mean she's super sweet.
That's facts.
Don't get it confused. She said, I want you to porty. Just straight up.
And called her a piece of... I was like, oh, you are something else, Debbie.
Not so sweet. I mean, so sweet. A lot of the fans wanted to come up with excuses for Debbie. They would have a little soft spot.
Yeah.
She's older, whatever, but she can be held accountable for her actions and words, guys. It's about that time. Another person that needs to be held accountable. Asin and Nicole. 2 people. Asin especially, though. Mom, Robert Lee showed up. She's just too through. She's with us. She's with everyone else. It's just all she can do is shake her head. It's out of her control at this point. Nicole is grown. She's going to do what she wants to do. Is May in school?
Right. Is May in school?
A question that should have been asked. Mm-hmm. We didn't hear anything about May. I wanted more.
So we find out it's been a year since they've seen each other in person, and we didn't talk about why she canceled 2 trips to see him.
Yep.
And then when asked about the one trip, he's like, "Oh, it's private." Mm-hmm. Dude, you're on a reality show. It's not private.
And she said, Sean goes, "Is it like a family emergency? Like, did something happen or whatever?" No. What could it have been?
I have no idea. I have my theory. I have my theory that it was nothing, and that he has his own family on the side.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was interesting how he lied about there being a shop. So Nicole started the lie. He tried to finish it, but they weren't saying the same thing. Nicole said they found a store and they were going to rent it or lease it. Mm-hmm. He said there is a store already, and now they're just going to put the product in.
Yep.
And then, just last week, or the week before the first tell-all, Nicole was telling her mom that there was no store. There never was a store. Mm-hmm. So then,
a big lie.
On social media, they talked about how there was no $6,000 actually even given, and now she's saying there is. So, what's your story? Mm-hmm. That's the story. Like, why did we talk about all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Then I thought it was interesting that she let drop, Nicole did, that Azan can't come to the U.S. for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. But didn't get into that either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she let that drop because remember when we did the show and they were on that season, how we did the K-1 visa process and how he got denied versus
just straight up,
reversed or whatever. Yeah. So I think that maybe he has some serious background.
Yeah.
Because he can't come, she said.
I mean, I can see it. I have some questions. For the special segment, we have some questions, you guys.
Kimberly Mayfield brought back that hashtag Free May.
Yes, Free May, Kimberly. Free May. She's ready to go. Russ tells her to be careful, and, she just doesn't get it. I believe him. I trust in him. And it was at that point, honestly, it was like, at the beginning of the first time I met Nicole, I knew it was just too much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm really watching and just like, oh, my God. There's no helping her. There's no helping her, you guys. She's going to have to hit the brick wall on her own, get back up, shake it off, put May in school, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to do that, though. I think she has pride in a different kind of way. Do you know how Andre is prideful?
Yeah.
She's prideful in that she doesn't want to seem like taken advantage of, and what everyone's saying, she doesn't want it to be true, even though in my mind, I think in her mind she knows that it's nothing. Yeah.
She does know. It's really sad seeing her go through it too. That's what I feel like that's why we can appreciate Nicole, because yes, she's prideful, but she's not to the point where Andre is and where he just like can't take Well, I mean, she really can't take anyone else's opinion, but hers is different.
Yeah, it's in a different way.
How do you really explain that? It's
in a different way. Like, I think personally that she probably suffers from some esteem issues, and I think that you saw that too when they were showing the babies being born, and she commented how she was alone and she never had that experience where the mom went through it together. She started crying or tearing up a little bit. So I think that, you know, part of it is not wanting to feel like she's alone. And even if this guy is, you know, thousands of miles away and you don't see him hardly ever, at least in the back of her mind, she feels like she has somebody.
Yeah. No, I agree. And someone that's just calling as in daddy.
Yeah.
It's just something to make it feel whole. Yeah.
That's why.
I agree. 100%.
Ooh, we just worked that thing all the way out.
Yes, you guys.
Those are the answers we needed.
Yes, we're giving you more.
For real, for real.
Now into Russ and Pal. Okay. We feel, I'm just going to say we right now. We feel, because we're on the same page, that Pal and Russ's drama is just not really what they're going through. I personally feel like it's relatable. The subject is relatable and what, you know, other women may be going through. But do I think that these two are necessarily going through it together? No. I feel like if they were, this would be something that was discussed earlier in the season so we could work out the issues with them and work out the kinks. But yes, I feel like this is forced. I expect more from this couple, more drama, or even from TLC, because they can't really force drama. They're not doing a great job at it. But from TLC, a little, come on, give us a little something more.
I thought it was weird that, so this whole season, they really didn't have any drama, right? They had the baby, and that was about it. But then in the last 2 seconds before you're going to move on to another couple, you're going to drop this bomb saying, like, you don't want to be with your husband anymore, and why are you guys together?
Yeah.
And
he only comes home.
Yeah, he only comes home because of Axel. Wait, what? You guys, wait, what? Like, my face was like this. I was like, wait, what?
Like, it was just
and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Right. And I understand, like, okay, I don't understand their situation, but some women do have kids and feel alone. They have a whole husband, you know, at the house, but like, are they present? Or they'll feel like, you know, they can go accomplish whatever they want now because they didn't just deliver a baby, but, you know, I can't. So it's a relatable, but it doesn't work for them in their storyline.
Okay, so on 90 Day Fiance News and Gossip, we have a whole new show, and I said it there, and I'm going to say it here again. They can both be in a relationship providing different things. The mom can be a stay-at-home mom. That doesn't mean she's not working. She's working 1,000%.
Right.
The dad, because of the type of job he has to travel. But guess what? He's providing and working as well because he's providing the roof over your head. He's providing the money that's going to feed not only you, but your child together. So you can't say that he's not there for you because he's there for you by providing for you. Yeah. That's how he's there for you. Now, could he possibly be more present while he's there? He tries. We've seen it. She doesn't like how he does things. If he holds the baby the wrong way, she screams and this and this and this and this. And I understand that I'm not a mom yet, but being a first-time mom is hard. I think that postpartum is a real thing. And I think that you have a husband here saying, well, if I'm not doing it right, I'm willing to go to counseling, and you say no to that, then that's on you.
Yeah, we need a husband swap. Can they do a husband swap? How about try swapping Russ for Andre? That'll really open some eyes and make people a lot more grateful. I mean, Elizabeth, she just want for more, you know, at the end of the day. But Pal, you'd really understand that you have it great. He's willing to try and bust his butt to do whatever for his family. And I mean, that's just Russ. Special segment time. What do you think?
But that's none of my business.
Will Nicole see Asin by the end of 2019?
I'm going to say no, hell no.
Nope. It's not happening. I mean, there's really nothing even to explain there. It's just, he's not going to let it happen.
Nope.
I'm sorry, girl. All right, question number 2. Do you think Ashley and Jay contacted each other before leaving New York after the reunion?
No.
I'm going to say a maybe face. I feel like she may have answered the phone later on after she's calmed down. Maybe just to even cuss him out again, but I feel like there was contact again. I don't think that their last time talking was on that couch for some reason.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that they talked, but then now that I think about some of the stuff that's in the news, they had to have talked in order for it to get to where it is right now.
Mm-hmm. In order for it to escalate, I agree. Question number 3, and this is our last one. Will Debbie ever move out of Colt's place?
No, hell no.
No.
Not on her own free will.
I agree. No, she's too comfortable.
Yeah.
Will anyone be able to boot her out either? No. If Larissa couldn't do it, no one can. Okay? So,
yeah, she even said it. Leave it with this. Debbie won't tolerate another woman there. That is facts.
I mean,
it's facts.
It speaks volumes. It's true. She's gone through it. She's had to deal with them both. Try that. Try being double teamed by Debbie and Colt. I mean, I would be in there windmilling, just smacking folk.
Now I understand why she went crazy, like the way they portrayed her to be crazy.
I agree.
Spending like 5 minutes with them on the tell-all, just seeing how they interacted and the F-bombs that he was dropping and her like defending him. It hurt my baby's feelings. I was like, oh no.
It's too much. It was too much.
She's surprised she lasted that 6 months.
I am too, honestly. Okay, we're gonna get into our top 3. This is where we're going to give our top 3 topics / issues that didn't get the attention they deserved at the reunion. Now we've come to an agreement on what they were.
Yep.
We'll go down the line from 3 to 1. Number 3. Debbie's treatment of Larissa in the car and the way she went off towards the end of the season.
Yep.
Debbie was super spiteful. We should have gotten into that a little bit more and put her on the spot since she wants to talk so much.
Right.
Number 2, Jay's accusations against Ashley, talking to other men, and even the timeline of how this stuff happened and when. It's all just conjumbled up. And
what about the allegations of assault that were out there? That should have been addressed with these two as well.
Yeah.
There was so much.
Yeah, we should have.
Restraining orders, what's that about? Like, why are we not talking about all that stuff?
There's a lot more there, definitely. Yep. Number 1, the shop. We said this earlier tonight, but this was really our time to catch Asin in a lie. Now, we called him ourselves, but he wasn't called out. We wanted to point Asin out and tell him basically, you're a liar, stop with the foolishness.
Why you always lying?
No, bro, why are you always lying? Let us know. Where's the shop located? What are you selling? Who will run it? What really happened to the $6,000? Because you walked around that question. Let us know. We want answers.
So he kind of tried to almost say that the $6,000 before he said there was a shop because Nicole said there was a shop. But he was like, yeah, I had the $6,000 when I was working and I was building money too. So you spent it is basically what you're saying.
Because he's not saying he's adding. I didn't get the impression that he was adding to it.
No.
It's gone.
It's gone.
What he spent it on, I don't know. But you guys.
His other family.
We all know it's not the shop. We all know that it's not the shop and there is no shop. Okay. News and gossip time.
News and gossip. AfterBuzz. Well, guys, you know.
What you got for us, girl?
Let's start off, obviously, with Jay. Jay being released from prison because that was the big breaking story today.
Yes.
So Jay was released from ICE custody at York County Prison, and he was picked up by his new girlfriend, Kayla.
Okay, girl.
And she posted a video on Instagram, basically of her running up to him, jumping on him, and like throwing her legs around him because she was so happy that he was out. And then Ashley's saying that Kayla is pregnant. So
what?
Yeah, that's what Ashley's saying. Ashley said during another interview that she did that she saw Kayla and she looked pregnant. So whether she's being
that's kind of mean, though.
petty or not, I don't know. So the word on the street is that Jay might be having another baby.
That's true. That's crazy. If not, you don't just say, like, oh, someone looks pregnant. Come on, girl code. We know how that works. You don't do that.
So Ashley posted this on her Insta story. Jay is about to get out on bail. Please go to his Instagram now and stop asking me for info, ...
It's interesting because, like, she'll post as well and say, click the link in my bio, and she'll still post pictures of her and Jay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all just okay.
Then moving on, Elizabeth. So did you know that Elizabeth was an actress?
No.
So Elizabeth,
well, she's in one feature film, right?
So Elizabeth started off as an actress, then moved to reality TV. Now she's saying she's going back to her roots. And she is in a faith-based suspense film. cast as Sophia, and it's about 4 college-age city girls who end up in the cabin in the woods, and then her character goes missing. The movie's called Be Still and Know, and you can check out the trailer on YouTube, anywhere online. And then she was in Homeland as a cashier.
Oh.
Yeah, so she has a
cool.
little bit of a acting.
I thought she's only been in one thing. That's really cool. I didn't know she started as an actress.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Really cool. Go girl.
Larissa. So Larissa posted a picture of her. She loves this crazy horse place.
She does.
Because remember, she had her divorce party there? Mm-hmm. So 90 Day Fiancé star is having her birthday celebration. Who's against the queen will die, she writes. The cat tea is finally out of the bag. My followers are always asking me how they can meet me when they can. I think that's what she's saying. So come see me in Vegas and celebrate my birthday August 17th.
Oh, girl, happy birthday. I wonder how old she is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
I think she was 32, though, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then she's also posted her before and after, and she was having a giveaway. Everyone says to me, Larissa, what did you do to your face? My number one thing is my lips. More biggies. It really makes such a difference to my face. So she teamed up with Medi Spa, and she was giving one of her lucky followers injections.
Okay, giving back in the
community, right?
Okay, that's her way.
I love it. And so this is from Savage Colty, and he is hinting that perhaps he has a new girlfriend, and the girlfriend is Brazilian as well. So he types in, translate this sentence, and you can see that it's in another language. So good luck to Colt.
Did anyone translate it?
I didn't.
Okay.
So if one of you guys knows what it says, please do let me know. Side note, guess who's starring in a music video?
Who?
Colt.
What?
Yeah, Colt was cast as the lead in a music video, and I can't think of the girl's name.
Genre?
It's a good song. It's a good song. So I'll put the link in the comments below. But yeah, he's in a music video.
Like what?
Your face was like, wait, what?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then moving on, so Paula.
It's Alex Winston is the name of the girl.
Thank you, Alex Winston.
Okay.
You guys got to check it out. You got to check out Alex Winston's song on Spotify, and then when the video drops, you're gonna watch this video.
Oh, it's gonna be so funny.
Nuts.
Cannot wait.
So Paul's been on social media trying to defend how she looked on the tell-all, because everyone's basically saying that she looked like a bully and that she was being mean to Ashley. So she posts, just to move on from this mess, I want to clear something up, and not for my haters, but for those who I respect. 1, I wasn't laughing at her pain. We were laughing at how confusing was everything in that moment, because we know what happened on social media, and yes, we were laughing, not only me. 2, I was told by one of the producers that Ashley was talking bad about me. I wonder why. Maybe because I called her out about all the lies on social media and the GFM money, GoFundMe money, which I promoted it on my account. I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I'm tired of seeing how editing always makes me look like SH, right? I know I'm not an easy person, and I know I've made some mistakes in the past, and I own those mistakes, but this BS. And as for my husband and I, believe if I am all that he wouldn't be with me. I think she's saying, like, basically, like, if I'm that bad, he wouldn't stay.
Right. I mean, okay.
So that is the news and gossip.
I wonder what Ashley could have said about her.
Yeah, and I wonder why the producer would say that, to bring drama.
But Ashley didn't seem too upset. Other than that, she didn't have any animosity towards her until she started speaking on her situation.
And laughing. And saying, didn't you do the divorce thing like twice?
That's the only time Ashley got upset.
Yeah.
So I find that pretty interesting. Okay, we're going to get into predictions, and we're going to do this a little different.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Yes, we're just going to predict futures. And not the next episode, because we've come to the end of the road. It's a wrap. But what's going to happen now with any of these couples? What do you think?
Okay, so I think that Larissa's new relationship with Eric, I think it's going to blow up in a way that we're not going to believe.
So negative?
Yeah.
Aww.
I think that they answered a Q&A recently where they talked about, like, are you guys using each other? And Eric was basically like, well, what's wrong with that?
Interesting. I mean, people have a lot of, like, preconceived notions about Eric anyway.
I don't think that we'll ever hear from Azan ever again. I think Russ and Pao are going to make it. I think they'll be just fine. Mm-hmm. And Elizabeth and Andre, I don't know. The verdict's still out with those two. Yes. If she's pursuing her acting career, then I wonder how that's going to affect her marriage to someone who's so, like, prideful and controlling.
I agree. I believe that Larissa obviously is going to leave the door a little open for Colty. Yes, we know that they're done right now, but I feel like they try to go tit for tat and make each other jealous, and that lets you know that there's still emotions there. Mm-hmm. I feel like Ashley and Jay, that's donezo. He's moved on. Obviously, you just said he has another girl wrapping her legs around him. It's a wrap over there. As in, I agree. We'll never see him again. Yep. He's done. He's sick of being put on the spot. He's done with that. Russ and Pal, I agree. They're going to be good. And Chantel and Pedro, you guys, make sure that you watch The Family Chantel Show because it only goes on from there. They're not ending, but this season is. And we are so sad to say goodbye, but we're saying hello to other shows. Before the 90 days, you guys, we're going to take that over as well. And don't forget to watch our show After This, The Other Way. You guys, we have you covered no matter what. 90-day, one-stop shop right here. I'm your girl, Alex Bowers, and you can follow me all over social media at Hey Alex Bowers.
And guys, Linda is so girly all across social media. I'm hitting you up with the news and gossip. Make sure you stick right here, AfterBuzz TV, for all your 90-day needs.
And we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners.